Hey guys, I'm welcome back to the channel. Today, instead of doing a reaction, I wanted to talk about a show called Invincible. Now, if you guys haven't seen Invincible, ever heard about it, first of all, how is that possible? Where you live? Have you literally been hiding under a rock? And you should watch the show because it's amazing. They did an incredible job with season one. I believe it's about 8 episodes, I think. 8 episodes. You guys go check it out. I'm so excited for season two. But the reason I want to talk about it is because there's been a lot of controversy over a character in the show, specifically I want to say important character, but she's Mark's girlfriend. Her name is Amber, and like I said, she's I guess important to the show because she's dating Mark, but not really. But there's been a lot of controversy about her because a lot of people hate his girlfriend, and they particularly annoyed the character. Now, when I first started watching the show, I actually liked Amber when she was first introduced. I thought she was hot. I was like, ooh, cool, sexy black girl. She's tough. She's independent. She's strong. She's intelligent. I was like, okay, cool. But as the show get on, as the show continues, I started getting over her because he was constantly bugging Mark about why he was always late and stuff like that. And while it did annoy me, like at the same time I could feel for her because us the audience, we know that Mark is a superhero. We know why he's always late. We know it's because he's out there being a superhero because he's saving lives. Like when he wasn't able to come to Wilson when she was giving out food for the poor is because he was getting his ass beat by battle beasts. That's why he couldn't come. But we know why he's always late. So even though it did annoy me a lot of the time of her giving him shit, especially because we know he's a superhero, and not only is he a superhero, but he's a superhero that just started, and it's the son of the world's greatest superhero, Omni Man. So he had a lot to live up to. So it was always frustrating for me because I was like, he's going through so much, he's getting his ass booted constantly. But I can still understand her point because she didn't know his secret identity. At least that was at the time that we assumed she didn't know his secret identity because he never told her. And as we can I can understand a girlfriend wanting to spend time with her boyfriend and wondering why her boyfriend's never there, has never seen her. Like I can understand, I get that. So I understood why I was able to understand why she would be upset. But then comes a certain episode. I can't remember who it was. I know maybe it was 4 or 5, maybe 6. But it's when they go to the campus. Him and Mark and Amber end up going to the campus with Mark's gay friend, who goes there to see like this jock he's like crazy about and wants to get with, who was actually a pretty good dude. Side topic. Sad for what happened to him, but they decide to go together so they can see what the cause like, just so they can spend some alone time, right? So it's going well, but then of a sudden, all of nowhere, this cyborg human robot like attacks and starts tearing up on the campus, attacking people. So Mark, being the super that he is, of course, he disappears. He shoots up. He goes to fight it. The thing is putting a beating on Mark too. Like, if you guys haven't seen the episode, I'm trying not to be like so spoiled about like everything, but let's just say the robot was getting the hands put on him. He was like hard. The robot was putting the hands on him, or Cyborg was putting the hands on him. But at the end, even Mark didn't really even defeat it. But at the end of the conflict, at the end of the conflict, after the robot, no, fucking, it's already been. You haven't seen it. I mean, you should see it. But after the robot killed itself, the conflict is over because it killed itself by ramming itself through a spear of a statue. Mark came back and Amber like starts rooting right. She's like, "Oh my god, how could you disappear? How could you leave me in that situation? You said you were gonna do better. You said you were gonna try. How could you do that to me?" Like she was going off him, and again, like I was annoyed. I was like, because he had just saved everybody there. But why I was annoyed, I could still understand her point because to her, it's just like he just ran off and just hid or was like a cow or something. So I can understand why she was upset. But it's until I believe the next episode, maybe later into that episode, that is when he goes to her house to tell her that he's invincible. And she's like, "Oh, Mark, I already knew." And my whole face did a double front flip. I was like, "What? What?" My whole face, my mind, like, "What? What do you mean she already knew?" So she pretty much said she's already knew, and Mark was like, "What?" And then she's like, "I knew you were invincible the entire time." And then I was like, okay, I guess it's like supposed to show her intelligence. but then she still proceeds to give him shit. And I was wondering, I was like, so wait, if she knew the whole time, why did you give him shit at the college when you were talking about, oh, you disappeared, you left me, if you knew he was there and that he just was fighting to save all you guys' lives? I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. If you already knew, why were you giving him such shit? Like it didn't make sense to me. I was like, okay, that's stupid. Why are you mad about that if you already knew? And then she proceeds to tell him like, it wasn't really that. It was like it wasn't really being late. It was about the lies. You making me feel unimportant. But even that was like, I was like, wait, there were so many scenes in the episodes where she had talked about, oh, he's always late. She even told Eve, I'm mad he's always late. So it was about being late. But this was like, it was unimportant. And like it was like she wanted him to tell her a secret, and she was mad that he didn't do that, like making her feel unimportant. And I was like, wait a minute, stop, back up. He's just supposed to tell you, a girl, while granted he really likes you guys have only been dating for not a year, maybe not even a month. I already know the timeline, but maybe a few months, if not even that, or only a few weeks. But you guys haven't been dating a year. He doesn't know everything about you, and he's just supposed to tell you his greatest secret. The number one rule that every superhero knows not to do is tell your secret identity to the villains. So just because he's been dating you for a minute, he's just supposed to tell you his greatest secret. I was like, this is stupid, bro. This is stupid. And yeah, I know it's 10 drawn, but they portray Amber as like this a talented girl, this strong, independent woman, And it was like, okay, so you figure out that he's invincible. You know why he's always been late. You know why he's always disappearing, but you're still giving him shit about it because you're mad because he didn't tell you right away that he was invincible. I'm like, what? That 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 doesn't make sense to me. Like, no, no. Like I said, number one rule they always teach people: you don't just tell people that. You don't just tell them like that. That you're a superhero. You don't just tell them your secret identity. I don't care. I don't care if you really love the girl. It takes time. Like that's such a big secret. That's the type of secret you tell to the girl who you're going to marry. The woman who is going to be a ride or die for you, right? That's who you tell. But even then, like you don't just come out of the bat. I haven't read all the comics, but I'm pretty sure Iron Man didn't just tell Mark's mom at first, man, hey, I'm Iron Man. Let's let's do it. Or maybe he met her as Iron Man, but if he met her as just like as a villain, he didn't just tell her he was Iron Man just right off the bat. Because no, that's stupid. Because that puts their lives in danger by you telling them, oh, this is my secret identity, and it makes them also worry about you because they're also out there fighting bad guys all the time. You could die. And at the same time, you also have to know it's just a person who can handle being with a superhero. This is a person that can handle being with somebody who's always going to be off somewhere fighting bad guys to save the world, who's going to miss a lot of important events because of that, who may be gone for days, weeks, months, even years at a time on missions or things. And that person who's always risking their life, who could be killed at any moment because of what they do. Like, can you handle that before I just tell you my secret identity and who I am? Because I also put a danger out there of more people knowing your identity. It's like, what if they kidnap and torment her for information about you? Like, it's all these different parts to it. I was like, no, you don't just tell a girl that you've been dating not even a year that you're invincible, that you're the superhero. No, because then he also has to tell her that, no, my dad's Iron Man. Like, make it make sense. It didn't make sense to me, and that was really frustrating because I was like, what she's saying, what she's talking about, it doesn't flow. It doesn't make sense. So that whole just scenario to me was just confusing because it was supposed to be like this big brain moment for her, and all it did was make her look like a jackass. Because it's like, okay, like I said before, like he was a superhero, he was late, but you still gave him all that shit in the part, made him feel like garbage, walked off, stormed off, when he is doing his hardest to try to impress you, but he also has at the same time has to do as a superhero and try to live up to the legend of his dad and the reputation he has, and his dad whispering in his ear like, hey, you have to do this, you have to put this on the side, you have to balance. Like he's trying to do that, but knowing that he's a superhero, making him feel like shit and making him feel like he's the bad guy, it made me so freaking angry. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, why are you making him feel so bad about this? Why? Like, especially if you know what he's doing. It's like the scene, you guys know the classic scene in Incredibles. Where's my super suit? Friezo, he's over there getting ready. Robots attacking the city, so he's like, hey, I gotta go save the city. So that's his wife. Where's my super suits? Because she took it, and she's over there reading some Mariac like, oh, you need to worry about the city. It's about me. It's about our engagement. All that other dumb shit that they're talking about. So the whole scene to me it's like that, because it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense, because how you gonna have a dinner date if the city's destroyed, right? Like, if everything's destroyed, where y'all gonna go? Like, he has to get out there and he has to do something about that. Like, he has to stop this thing so you guys can have this dinner date or whatever you're talking about. Oh man, guys, sorry for a little cut there, right, guys, for the positive video. But like I was saying, when we talk about that moment in Incredibles, where she was talking about, oh, it's about us and about our anniversary and that our marriage and all that stuff, right? Now, the whole time thinking like, well, bitch, like, how you gonna go to dinner if everything's so short, right? Like, he has to go out there and do something. But what made that scene okay, that was funny, it was used as a comedic moment. It was used to, like, relieve retention, to take away attention from the situation. It was used to make people laugh, right? However, with Amber and Mark case, it was very serious. She was seriously making him feel like crap, and she meant everything that she said. And the whole time, she knew the reasons why he was doing it, and she was still making him feel like garbage. That's the part that I think just confused a lot of people, and made us look at Amber like, who the fuck is she, bro? Like, you're not worth that much. Like you expect him to tell you this is the most important secret, and y'all haven't been dating for a year. You're not even a year into a relationship. You just want this to tell you, like, no. Have you told him all your secrets? It's like, it's mind blowing, because she just goes instant for that moment from a character like that you like, and that you can understand why she's upset, to being like, this bitch she doing too much. She doing too much. This bitch is stupid. Like, F this. Like that's the feeling that you get from watching that episode, and that's what I got, because I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You can't have that. You can't be mad for him not being there, but also knowing that he's there at the same time. Like, no, like, it doesn't make sense. Was what I gotta say. I think that was really just bad writing and dialogue on the writer's part. That was terrible. Like, I don't know who passed that along when they was writing it out, but like, they should have thought, this doesn't make sense. Cause I don't know, maybe they thought it was gonna be like a big brain, like I said, like a big brain moment, like, oh, Emma figure out his identity. And really, it's not that hard, because you disappear. Because, like, if you're with somebody and then something attacks and he or she disappears, then all of a sudden this other person just comes out in this costume, you're gonna be like, come on, you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was the fact that she knew, like I said before, she knew, and she was still giving him garbage about it. Like, it just made no sense to me. You know he's a superhero. You know what he has to do. He saves all your lives, but instead you're calling him garbage. Like, it made Amber just come off as, like, selfless to me. Just selfish, and it's all about her. It's like, hey, like, you should have told me your sick identity from the beginning. And even though, yeah, I know why the reason why you're late, it's still about me. Like you shouldn't go save these people. You should spend time with me and my mom and have dinner instead of going out and doing all these things, right? Like, it's just frustrating, because like, it doesn't make sense, and I can't get behind something like that. I just can't, because it's stupid to me. It's stupid. It's like, how could we just sit here and just understand her after that? How can I sit here and say, oh, I understand Amber's feelings after watching that? It's like, no, he has no idea he has no idea who you are. You guys have not been together all along, and he's just supposed to just tell you everything, while while, like, what does he get from you? Because you're getting his biggest secret. What is he getting from you? Like, what are you bringing to the table, Amber, for him to just tell you that? Because like I said, like, you ain't tell somebody your secret that your super to ride or die, right? Like, Superman, Lois Lane. Lois is a ride or die. Like, Lois is a straight up ball chick. She's not afraid of superhero stuff. She'll go right into the mix. Even that's always one of the great things about the character. Like, there was one comic where literally Superman was down. It was either like Darkseid or Doomsday, somebody that was like chasing her and her son. So instead of running, she tells her son to go hide. Right? Remember, Lois has no powers. She gets into one of Batman's suits, because they were like in one of Batman's bases on the moon. Don't worry about it. But she gets in one of Batman's suits, and starts throwing hands with like I said with your dark side Doomsday, but she starts throwing hands with them. This is dark side again. I keep like or Doomsday. Like these are Superman level threats. That's way beyond her, and she did not run. She get down and say, "Hey, I'm gonna protect my son, even though my husband ain't here. I'm gonna hold it down." Like that's the type of chick you tell. That's the person that you tell that you spend your secret identity with. If it's just a win, that's who you tell. Mark's mom seemed like a ride or die. So I can understand why I'm ain't told, but like I said, I'm pretty sure he didn't just tell her right away. But it just made Amber look super bad, and like this is just why I don't like her, and why I think a lot of people end up disliking Amber in the end. But let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys think? How do you feel about it? Do you guys agree with what I'm saying? Because this is the reason why I disliked her personally, and I feel like why a lot of people like instantly turned on Amber like that moment. Because the concept, a lot of the hate didn't come until that specific episode about her. Like that's when people really started turning up on her. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Do you agree? You disagree? How do you feel about Invincible? Do you like it? Are you excited for season 2? Make sure to also give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you guys like the. Please help continue the channel, and let me know if there's more stuff you want me to do like this. And my social media will be in the description below so you guys can follow me there. But this is Zachary Young, I'm out. Peace.